Good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, November 20th. I hope everybody had a productive learning from home day yesterday. How did you do with meeting your learning goals? Did you find yourself a comfortable place to work at home? Did you attend all of your class meetings? Did you get all of your work completed? I know you did. Great job. I heard from your teachers that they were so impressed by the kids who showed up and your enthusiasm and your willingness to work and try. So keep up that hard work. I know it's paying off. Remember, if you're having trouble, please make sure to talk to your teacher. They really want to help and make sure that everybody's connected so that they can be learning and growing. It is Jeremy's birthday today. Happy birthday, Jeremy. Have a great day. Over the weekend, we have some birthdays too. On Saturday, Shuji and Easton are celebrating their birthdays. Hope you guys have good days on Saturday. And Blakely has her birthday on Sunday. Don't forget, the problem of the week is still there for you to solve. And here's the problem. Dr. Skomer is driving to Nebraska to pick up his son from college. He drives half the distance before he stops for gas. Then he drives half the remaining distance and stops to eat. Finally, he drives 125 miles to finish the trip. So how far is the total trip? This is one that would benefit you by drawing a picture. If you want to see what an image might look like, you can look at yesterday's announcements if you didn't see them. There's a little graphic that shows the kind of displays this and might help you solve it. So if you have an answer, go to bit.ly/LWS problem. We also have Throwback Thursday out there. So who is this staff member? It's the same person, just at different ages. If you know who it is, bit.ly/LWSTT. You can go make your guess. If we have some answers, I'll give you the answers to the problem of the week and the Throwback Thursday next week. And of course, it is Friday, which means that it is that time for everybody's favorite Friday fun. And obviously, the Friday fun theme for the week is going to be Thanksgiving. But for today, I really want to focus on one of my personal favorite parts of Thanksgiving, and that is the food. When you think of Thanksgiving, the traditional image that comes to your mind is roast turkey and all the fixins: potatoes with gravy, sweet potatoes, vegetables like corn or green beans, cranberry sauce, and of course, pumpkin pie. But where did this tradition come from? Was turkey the main dish at the first Thanksgiving? Well, we're not really sure. You see, there was no menu left over from the first Thanksgiving. In fact, there are really only two written records that have been found of this feast. One was a letter from a colonist named Edward Winslow. He sent a letter back to England to talk about the first Thanksgiving feast, and in it, he didn't mention turkey at all. The other is from the journal of the Plymouth governor, William Bradford. And he wrote this: Our harvest being gotten in, our governor sent 4 men on fowling, that we might have a special manner rejoice together. So fowling refers to hunting of fowl or birds. So was it turkey that the birds that they were hunting? Well, probably it might have been, because in some earlier journal entries, he did write about great stores of wild turkey that the colonists had saved. However, most likely, the fowl that they're referring to are water birds, such as ducks, geese, or swans. And turkey or these type of fowl were probably not the only source of meat at the feast either, because one historian did write that the Wampanoag arrived for the feast with 5 deer to eat. So they probably had deer, whether it's venison meat or a venison stew of some sort. Well, as far as vegetables go, there were lots of local fall vegetables that would have been available at that time, such as onions, beans, lettuce, spinach, cabbage, carrots, and maybe peas. But what about corn? Was that available? Yes, corn was available, but it wasn't eaten like or served and eaten like this off the cob. Nope, it was not that way. At that time, probably it would have been ground up and then served as like a cornmeal mush or porridge, kind of oatmeal looking, something such as this. And what about potatoes? Mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes? Were those at the first Thanksgiving? Well, no and no. Potatoes were not part of the American diet until much, much later in history. Some fruits that may have been around or available for the feast might have been blueberries, plums, raspberries, grapes, or gooseberries. This picture right here is gooseberries. Those would have been available. How about cranberries? Well, cranberries would have been available. Native Americans used them as a dye, and they did also eat them, but they would not have eaten them the way that we do now. So it would not have had cranberry sauce because at that point, the colonists really didn't have any sugar, and it certainly would not have been in a can. Finally, what about pumpkin pie? Was there pumpkin pie? Well, nope. They did eat pumpkin and other types of squash. Colonists did not have any butter or flour, so they certainly could not have made a crust. They also, remember, didn't have any sugar, and also importantly, had not really built ovens yet. So they might have had something similar to a pumpkin pie like thing. It might have looked like this, where they took a hollowed out pumpkin, filled it with a custardy mixture of cream and honey, and then put it in the embers of the fire to cook. So, not pumpkin pie, but maybe this pumpkin dish. And there were also probably some very different foods on the table that are not anyone part of most people's traditional Thanksgivings. And that would have been seafood, such as lobsters, mussels, clams, and oysters. That was a big staple of the colonists' diet because Plymouth was right there on the Atlantic Ocean, and this source of protein was very plentiful. So, if it wasn't the first Thanksgiving, where did our food traditions of turkey and all the trimmings come from? Well, some historians think that it came from Charles Dickens and his popular book, A Christmas Carol, which was published in 1840. At the end of the Christmas Carol, Scrooge goes and gives the Cratchit family a turkey. And this made turkey into something very special. And after the publishing of that book, turkey began to gain popularity in the United States. But most believe that the tradition of turkey for Thanksgiving really goes back to Abe Lincoln. He made Thanksgiving a national holiday in 1863. And prior to that, for 3 years prior, he had celebrated some unofficial Thanksgivings, and he often celebrated those by eating a turkey dinner, which was one of his favorite foods. And following in Lincoln's footsteps, then many organizations started celebrating by collecting turkeys and then fixing turkey dinners for the troops during the Civil War. Lincoln was also the first president to start the tradition of pardoning a turkey, which made turkey deeply connected to the traditions of Thanksgiving. So, there you have it. All you wanted to know, and probably some things you didn't want to know about Thanksgiving food. But now it is your turn to weigh in with an instant poll. I've created a little survey to get your feedback on what your Thanksgiving traditions are and what some of your favorite Thanksgiving foods. So go to bit.ly/LWS Instapoll. That's LWSINSTAPOLL. And in your that Insta poll, you can let me know, do you and your family eat turkey on Thanksgiving? Well, if not, what do you eat? What other are your favorite Thanksgiving foods that you would eat? Okay, so hope you enjoyed this edition of Friday Fun. The LWS Research Department is now closed. Please rise and join me for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, everybody, have another great day of at-home learning. Keep working on your goals, and then have a fantastic weekend. Remember, on Monday and Tuesday, you will not be meeting live with your teacher. They're going to be pushing out some information and some activities for you to do on Monday and Tuesday. And then you have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to celebrate with your family for Thanksgiving. And we will be back together on Monday after that. And we will be learning remotely for that week. So remember, whatever goals and routines you established today and from yesterday, ready to use those come Monday, the 30th of November, when we get back together with our classes. Enjoy your week. Have a fabulous Thanksgiving. I'll talk to you again. I'll have some announcements for you on Monday and Tuesday next week. Have a good weekend.